Hello and welcome to your 18th Minecraft modding tutorial for Minecraft 1.2.5. This is Saga1121 and let's go ahead and get started. So in the last tutorial I talked to you guys about how to reobfuscate your mod and basically ready it for final release to the public. And in this tutorial I'm going to teach you guys how to make it so that your block can be powered by redstone. So I'm not going to make like a new redstone. That's going to be more advanced because it deals with metadata. That'll be a later tutorial, but I'm going to make it so that when our block is powered by redstone, it'll place a block above it, like a diamond block above it or whatever. So I'm actually going to go ahead and create a new block. Because our block tutorial block does a lot of stuff right now. So let's just go ahead and do block power block. Okay. So public class block power block extends block, and just hover over, add constructor, delete that. Delete that. Alright, there we go. So now let's just declare it using the same parameters as this. Block power block. Let's see, ID 180. Let's see, subblock name, power block, Let's block dot sound gravel footstep, and we don't need these two. Okay, so mod loader dot register block power block. You all should know how to do this if you've watched the adding a block tutorial. Mod loader dot add name power block. Let's see, power block dot block index and texture equals mod loader dot add override slash terrain dot png and bunker light dot png. And I'm going to put this with our block textures, actually, instead of the item textures. Let's go ahead and add the, whoops, don't want to delete that. Let's go ahead and add the recipe. And this will do power block, and let's just remove one dirt. Okay. And I'm actually going to delete that space so that we could just have two dirt anywhere and it would create it. And that's it. So now we can actually get into the tricky stuff. So the first thing we're going to want to do is public void on block placed world int x int y int z, and is it, let's see, on block placed int par 5. Int par 5. I don't know. Actually I do, but I'm not going to explain it right now. Anyway, so what we're going to want to do is have it, because of course when it's placed we want it to detect whether it's got redstone next to it. So what we want to do is put in an if statement. So if, and actually now I can explain it. Par 5 is basically, it's complicated. So let me show you actually how you can determine what like these integers actually mean. So if you go into the block class, you'll see all the declarations for every single block in the game, along with all of the block methods. So what we're doing is, and you can go, I know at least on Mac, Command F to find, I think it's Control F on Windows, and we'll find on block placed. Find. Close. Okay. So the what you'll have is you'll have this. And this is basically telling you what this means. So the facing is the int L. So that has to do with the metadata. We don't need to know that. But what we want to do is we want to have for int I equals -1. I is less than equal to 1. And I plus plus. For int IA equals -1. IA less than or equal to 1. IA plus plus. And for int IAA equals -1. IAA is less than, not greater than, less than or equal to 1. IAA plus plus. So what that's basically doing is it's just looping through every block, even the diagonal ones, and seeing if it's got redstone power. Now, normally you wouldn't want to have the diagonal blocks detected, but we're going to. So anyway, what we want to do now is add an if statement. So if world dot get dot not dot ger dot get block ID IAA is greater than 0. We'll copy that. World dot get block ID dot. Oops, no, we don't want that. And so 2 ands equals and. 1 and is bitwise operation, which is complicated Java stuff, which I'm not going to explain because I don't even understand it. So, and then we want to have and block dot blocks list, and then I'm going to copy that in. Dot is or dot can provide power. And then we just want to do world dot set block with notify x y plus 1 z block dot block diamond. So what this is doing is it's what did I mess up? Oh, right. Dot block ID. So what this is basically doing is it's looping through every single block in a 3x3 area around the block. And it's seeing if those blocks can provide power. And it's saying if it can, then basically put a diamond block above this block. So now there is one more thing you can put in the if statement if you want to, and that is and block dot blocks list. Copy that in, and I messed that up. And yeah, I really messed that up. Dot is indirectly powering to. And what this is basically is is that block powered? So if you had like a redstone torch underneath it, or something like that. And we're going to just want to put in the parameters world, and then x, y, z, par 5. Okay, so what this is doing is it's basically just going to loop through, make sure, check if it's all providing power, and if it is, then put a diamond block above it. Now what we want to do is we want to add another method, and that is public boolean on neighbor, not ob, on neighbor block changed, and this will be world int x, int y, int z, and then int and let's just do int par 5. And now this par 5 is actually the this par 5 is the ID of the block that changed it, that caused the on neighbor block change event. The first thing we want to do is just return false, I think. Anyway, so that way this error will go away. And what did I mess up? Back to the trusty block class. I'll actually be referring to other classes a lot now that these are more advanced tutorials, just because it's difficult to actually memorize. So, Command F, on nay, and that should be it. Public void. Oh, duh. Okay, I'm thinking of some other method. It's just public void on neighbor block change, and on neighbor block change without a D. Okay, so then we can basically just go up, copy this if statement, and paste it in. Now instead of this world.getBlockID, just put par 5, because that's already the ID of the block. And we want par 5 and par 5. Okay, so that's a really easy one. Just copy what you did up here and change it all to par 5. What this is saying is basically when a neighbor block gets changed, if that block can provide power or is indirectly powered, then go ahead and put a diamond block above it. Now, the one thing that I'm actually a bit confused about here is the is indirectly powering to par 5. We don't want that. We want is indirectly powering to block ID, I think. And the way we can check this is if we go into a block we know happens to accept power, TNT, and look in the on neighbor block change. Is indirectly getting powered. Oh. Okay, so this is different. Okay, see, that is why you always look in the already there classes. So we just want world dot is block block. You know what? Back into D&D. Okay. World dot is block indirectly getting powered, and then X, Y, Z. Yeah, it's very difficult to memorize all of this, which is why I'm looking in the other classes right now. And we just want world dot is block indirectly getting powered, X, Y, Z. Okay, there we go. Something seemed wrong there. Anyway, now we can go ahead and run this. Hopefully we don't get any errors. And we do. No, oh, I misspelled terrain. Okay. There we go. Generally, the error log is very useful because it tells you exactly what the problem is. Okay, so now if we go into creative mode here, we have our growing. Oh, now there is a problem. You can't use the same texture for two different blocks with the add override thing. It's certainly annoying, but it's easy to fix. So we can just go in and do public static int bunker light texture equals mod loader dot add override / terrain dot png bunker light dot png. This is a longer tutorial. Okay, and then we can just go in and say tutorial block top equals bunker light texture. And we can say this block index in texture is bunker light texture. There we go. So now that should fix the annoying purple there. And yeah, so there we go. And we can go ahead and create. Oh, right, I don't have right click enabled. Duh. We can go ahead and here's our power block. So if we Okay, this is odd. What did we do wrong here? What did I do wrong here? Did I... If I create a new creative world, new world 5, let it generate. I'm wondering if this has anything... This is weird. Never had a problem like this. So, and we want dirt, plenty of dirt. Our block craft's fine. I wonder if we go ahead and just do that. This is really odd. Is it for some reason using this thing? So it must be something in our declaration here. Public final block power block equals. Oh, yep. Block power block. See, it's always something simple like that. I had copied this code, so it's set as block tutorial block instead of block power block. That, yeah. Okay, so anyway, you'll see that if we just place our block down, nothing happens. But if we place it down and there's a redstone torch, nothing happens. And yeah, so I did something wrong. If we see, okay, so there we go. You'll see that obviously I had the code for the on block placed wrong, but it works if you place the block and then put a redstone torch. So so let's basically see what we did wrong. Oh, okay. Or, and then we want to have this. Okay, what was happening was, and forgive me, I'm sort of out of it today, so that's why I'm getting all these errors. Anyway, what happened was it was checking, and because it didn't have a block that was getting powered and a block that was indirectly powered, which is also an issue here. And then, okay, so that would be the problem. Okay, so now if we place a redstone torch and the block, you'll see it places the diamond block above it. And if we place it a redstone torch and this, and then this, and you'll see that if we run some redstone up to it, and oh, okay, yeah, that's an issue because we have the can provide power. If we just go ahead and change this to an and, then that should not happen. I'm so sorry about all these errors, but I'm out of it today. If we run this up, there we go. Okay, so sorry about all these errors today. I'm just out of it right now. But anyway, so that's how you would make a block that's powered by redstone. I'm sorry this was a longer tutorial, and I'm sorry about all the errors we have, but that's just the way it goes. I'm tired today. So anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.